In the stillness of night, on a back road cloaked in fog, many claim to have encountered a figure that sends chills down the spine. Known as the Grinning Man, his face is said to be etched into the minds of those who have seen him, a mysterious and terrifying figure whose story has been passed down by those lucky, or unlucky, enough to survive his gaze. The first well-known sighting was in 1966 in Point Pleasant, West Virginia, the same time and place the infamous Mothman sightings began. Two young men, Woody Derenberger and his friend, were driving along a dark stretch of road when they noticed a strange, elongated man standing off to the side. His face was hidden at first, shrouded in shadows, but as their headlights swept over him, they noticed his unnatural height and, most disturbingly, his wide, unrelenting grin. It wasn't a friendly smile, it was something altogether unnatural, as if he were straining to hold it, baring his teeth in a way that made the hairs on the back of their necks stand up. Woody later recounted in interviews that the man was dressed in a metallic suit and had eyes that seemed almost lifeless, unblinking, and cold. Despite the overwhelming fear they felt, the figure, without moving his mouth, seemed to speak directly into Woody's mind, telling him he was a visitor. Who or what he was, or where he came from, remained a mystery, but his grin, that haunting, endless grin, left a lasting impact. After that encounter, more reports began flooding in. People claimed to see the Grinning Man in their homes, on empty highways, or even in their dreams. Descriptions of him varied slightly, but one detail was always consistent: the impossibly wide, disturbing grin. Some described him as a dark figure that blended into shadows, while others claimed his presence brought an intense feeling of dread, as if he were not entirely of this world. But what does he want? Is he simply watching, lurking in the darkest corners of our minds and our world, feeding on fear? Or is he a harbinger, a warning, tied to strange events like the Mothman sightings? No one knows for sure. Those who see him report nightmares for weeks, sometimes years, afterward. So, the next time you find yourself alone at night, with a creeping feeling that someone's watching, maybe think twice before you look around. For if you see a figure with a grin stretching a little too wide, eyes that seem to bore into your soul, it may just be the Grinning Man, and he might not let you forget it.